Imagine opening your banking app and realizing you owe $50,000. Maybe it's spread across credit cards, a line of credit, personal loans, medical bills, or student loans. Your heart starts racing. You wonder if you'll ever get out. The good news: thousands of people recover from this amount of debt every single year. It won't happen overnight. It won't be easy, but it absolutely can be done. Step 1. Don't panic. The first mistake many people make isn't financial. It's emotional. When people panic, they often stop opening bills. They avoid checking their bank account. They ignore phone calls from creditors. Some even keep spending because they feel like they're already too far gone. Unfortunately, those reactions usually make the problem worse. Interest continues building, late fees are added. Missed payments damage your credit score. Instead, remind yourself of one important fact: debt is a math problem. It may be stressful and emotional, but it can be solved with a plan. People have paid off far more than $50,000. The sooner you face it, the more options you'll have. Step 2. List every debt. Before you can solve the problem, you need to know exactly what you're dealing with. Make a list of every debt you owe. Include the lender, current balance, interest rate, minimum monthly payment, and whether the payment is current or overdue. Don't estimate. Use recent statements or log into each account. Many people discover they owe either less or more than they thought. Knowing the exact numbers removes uncertainty and helps you make better decisions. Step 3. Understand what kind of debt you have. Not all debt should be treated the same. High-interest debt, like most credit cards, often charges around 20% to nearly 30% annually. Those interest charges can make balances grow quickly if you're only making minimum payments. Lower interest debts, such as some mortgages or certain student loans, may be less urgent. Also note whether your debts are secured or unsecured. Secured debt is backed by collateral, such as a house or a vehicle. If payments stop, the lender may have the legal right to repossess or foreclose, depending on the loan and local laws. Unsecured debts, like most credit cards and many personal loans, aren't tied to specific property, but missed payments can still lead to collections, lawsuits, or wage garnishment where permitted by law. Understanding what you owe helps you prioritize. Step 4. Choose a payoff strategy. Once you know your debts, pick a strategy. The two most common methods are the debt avalanche and the debt snowball. Debt avalanche: pay minimum payments on everything. Put every extra dollar toward the highest interest rate first. This usually saves the most money over time. Debt snowball: pay minimum payments on everything. Focus extra money on the smallest balance first. As each debt disappears, roll that payment into the next debt. This creates quick wins that help many people stay motivated. Research shows both methods can work. The best one is the one you'll stick with consistently. Step 5. Stop adding new debt. This step is critical. You cannot dig out of a hole while making it deeper. If possible, stop using your credit cards. Pause unnecessary shopping. Delay large purchases. Remove saved payment information from shopping websites if impulse buying is a problem. Your focus should shift from borrowing money to living on your current income. That may require temporary sacrifices, but it helps prevent the debt from growing even larger. Step 6. Look for ways to lower your interest. Many people don't realize lenders may be willing to help. If you've generally had a good payment history or you're experiencing financial hardship, call your lender and ask about available options. You can ask whether they offer temporary hardship assistance, lower interest rates, reduced monthly payments, payment deferrals, if appropriate, or modified repayment plans. Programs vary by lender. Approval is never guaranteed, but asking costs nothing and could save hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you have several high-interest debts, another option may be debt consolidation. This combines multiple debts into one loan, ideally at a lower interest rate. However, consolidation only works if you avoid running up the old accounts again. Step 7. Make a realistic budget. You don't need a perfect budget. You need one that's honest. Start with your monthly income. Then subtract essential expenses, housing, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, and necessary medications. After that, see how much is available for debt payments. If there isn't enough, you'll need to either reduce expenses, increase income, or both. Many people find success by taking temporary overtime, freelancing, selling unused items, or picking up part-time work until they're back on stable ground. Step 8. Know when to get professional help. Sometimes the numbers simply don't work. If you're only making minimum payments, missing payments regularly, using one credit card to pay another, or you don't see any realistic way out, it's time to speak with a professional. In Canada, a good first step is a non-profit credit counseling agency. A credit counselor can review your budget and discuss options such as a debt management plan if appropriate. If your debts are unmanageable, a licensed insolvency trustee is the only professional authorized to administer consumer proposals and bankruptcies under Canadian law. They can explain all available options, including the pros and cons of each. In the United States, a good first step is a reputable nonprofit credit counseling agency. They may recommend a debt management plan if it fits your situation. If your debt is overwhelming, a bankruptcy attorney can explain whether bankruptcy is appropriate based on your circumstances and state and federal law. Seeking professional advice doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're getting accurate information before making major financial decisions. Step 9. Avoid making things worse. When people become desperate, scams often appear. Be cautious of companies promising things like, "We can erase your debt, guaranteed credit score repair, instant debt forgiveness, or no payments ever again." If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Also, avoid taking on extremely expensive borrowing, such as payday loans, to cover existing debt. These loans often come with very high borrowing costs and can make financial problems worse. Always research any company before signing agreements or paying upfront fees. $50,000 is a serious amount of debt, but it is not the end of your financial future. The key is taking action before the situation gets worse. Know exactly what you owe. Choose a repayment strategy. Stop adding new debt. Talk to your lenders. Ask for help when you need it. Every payment moves you one step closer to financial freedom. Remember, you don't have to solve $50,000 today. You only have to make the next good financial decision, and then the one after that. Eventually, those small decisions become a completely different life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.